Hello and welcome. Let's try to solve another Leetcode problem. 960. Delete columns to make sorted array. I think. Yeah, we just need to delete the columns to make the final strings result sorted. So let me just explain the problem. So let me use another color. Maybe it's better. Yeah. Let's just use another color. So if we have a string like this, the string is gonna be A, B, C, A. So B, A, and B, C, A, and another one. This is A. Another one is B, B, A, Z, and B. Yeah. So if we delete at 0, 1, and 4 index, definitely we're gonna get a longest increasing subsequence. So we're gonna delete at 1, 0, 1, and 4. So for this BC and this is AZ, it is increasing, and BC is also increasing, and this is the longest, so the result is going to be 2. As you can see, this is a typical longest increasing subsequence problem, so we're going to call it LIS problem. Yeah. If it is the longest increasing problem, definitely we can solve it easily. So the problem is that we are giving not a number, it is a string. But for each of the string, we need to check all those characters. So B should less than or equal than C, A should less than or equal than Z. If there are more, maybe B and C, Y and Z. Z, maybe there are many. We need to check all of them. Yeah. So this means the time complexity gonna be. So the time complexity gonna be. If this is 100, it's gonna be 100 cubic. It's gonna be 10 to the power of 6. Normally gonna be the final time complexity. Now let's just try to use the longest increasing subsequence to solve the problem. Yeah. So we're gonna prepare the n. N is the length of the array, but inside it's gonna be the strings 0 because we need to check the longest. It's gonna be 5 because the final result is gonna be n minus the longest. Yeah, because we are going to check how many indexes we can delete. If we were to check how many indexes we can delete to get the longest, so we can calculate the longest, and then we're going to use n minus the longest. Yeah. So for this kind of problem, normally I have a pattern and I have a template. And later on, I'll show you where is the template, and you can check the template or practice more longest increasing subsequence problem. Yeah. And basically you're gonna get familiar with it. So f should be 0 times n, and I'm gonna just use 2 for loops. So for I in range from 1 to n, because this is from 1 to n, so from the beginning at least I have a longest increasing subsequence of 1, so I set it to be 1. And this is for I, and for j should always be for I, so it is gonna be for j in range I. Now I want to check if it is just an array of numbers, it is okay, but now it is an array of string, so I need to check each one of them. So I need to use an O. I'm gonna take out each one of them as a row or string. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna use a string. So this means Sj, this is each one of them. This is every position of them. If I is here, for example, if I is here, this B and J should be this A. I need to check all of them. So Sj should be less than or equal to Si. Because it is a character, I can compare them directly just like numbers. Yeah. So for S inside the strings. So for each of the substring, for each of this kind of string inside of the array, I need to check all of them. If all of them meet the conditions, definitely I can use the longest increasing subsequence formula. So Fi gonna be the maximum of Fi with Fj plus 1. Yeah. And finally, I just need to return the maximum of F. So this is the F is the DP array. So the meaning of F is the longest increasing subsequence at this position. So we're gonna check the longest of them. So basically it is the max F. But the final solution is gonna be n minus the maximum F, because n is the total characters. It's gonna be 5 for this example, and the longest is gonna be longest is gonna be 2, and 5 minus 2 gonna be 3. This is our final answer. Now let me submit it to check if it works. Yeah, as you can see, it works. Now let me submit it to check. Yeah, as you can see, it passed and it's pretty fast. And now let's analyze the time complexity. And because this is just 100, this is 100, this is another 100, and for here, basically we need to check all of them. Yeah. So in this area, so this means we need to take all of the substrings. So how many of them? And there's 100. So basically we need to compare 100 times. Yeah, so this is the meaning. We're gonna compare maybe for this person B with this person B, or this person A with this person A, but it depended on how many strings. So there will be 100 such strings, and so the time complexity from here is another 100. So the total time complexity is 10 to the power of 6. Yeah. Now let me introduce about this kind of a pattern. So this pattern is called the longest increasing subsequence, and you can check my GitHub, and later on I'll post this link, and you can check it. And currently I've finished some of the patterns. Actually I finished most of them, but I didn't list it here. Currently I listed the longest increasing subsequence. Let me check where is it. So this is the longest increasing subsequence. So in Leetcode there are 7 similar patterns for the longest increasing subsequence. Maybe you can collect more, but currently I prepared 17 problems. And for other problems, I think I put it, this is 960, I put it here. And basically you can click into it and check the source code. Check the code I listed in GitHub. And maybe you can also check the patterns. So this is the O(n) square pattern. This is what I used. Of course, you can also use other patterns. Maybe you want to get a n log n time. So this is the greedy idea combined with binary search. You can check the code is quite simple and you can directly use it. Or it is the strictly increasing for the n log n time. Yeah, you just need to use a bisect left, or maybe it is more than and equal. It is a non-decreasing. You can use a bisect right. Basically, you can use the template. Actually, all those 17 questions, you can use the pattern, either the template 1 or template 2. You can solve all of those similar problems, and it is not so difficult to understand the template. If you are familiar with the template, basically you can try to practice all those problems. Thank you for watching. See you next time.